Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping in for a visit. And if you are a repeat offender, if you've been here before and decided to come back, thank you. I really appreciate you coming back. Today, I want to do an unboxing. Sorry, I'm looking at my own lipstick right now. Not sure how I feel about this combo. Don't hate it. Not sure. I don't love it, and I don't hate it. We'll see. I think I'm going to try to do a couple of videos in one go. So, might be same outfit, new lips in whatever the next video that I'll do, because God knows if I can find an excuse to not do a video, I will find it. So, might have different lipstick and the same look in another video that you might see coming up behind this one. But, oh, one other thing. It is Jazz Fest here in New Orleans, and I live very close to the fairgrounds. I live close enough that you can hear it, and you can easily hear the sounds of Jazz Fest a good mile away, if not more, in any and all directions. So you might hear, I don't think we'd be able, maybe you might be able to hear some of the music, but you might hear as it's getting closer in the evening. What is it now? 6:20. So you might hear people walking by. Hopefully the noise won't be too much, but a lot of people parking and walking back from Jazz Fest. So, okay, enough preamble. Let's get down to why we're here. If you've been here before, you know that there's usually preamble, and guess what? If you come back, there's probably going to be more preamble, because that's who I am. We are here to do an unboxing of a deck I am very excited about, so let me reach over here and grab said deck. So I did open the box, as you can see, and I went to film, and I'm going to have to figure out what am I going to do at night, because a lot of times it is more convenient for me to film when the sun goes down in the evening. It just kind of happens that that's a better time for me. But I find that the glare of the ring light is problematic, and problematic enough that I stopped myself before I went all in last night, which really kind of sucked, because I really wanted to open this deck and I wanted to see it myself, as well as get this video done and share this with everybody. So I'm gonna have to find out what I'm gonna figure something out for the evening. But while the sun is still out, here we go. But that's why the box has been opened. So it did come in, let me move some of the items. Box. It did come in this craft paper, kind of window screen paper. I'm sure that's not what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. But I like that, so that it was able to make sure that the actual box with the cards enclosed. Oh, and it came with bubble wrap. So I love the fact that the creator definitely wanted to make sure that their creation got out safe and sound to us. Hold on one second. I have my little, there we go, my little baby razor blade. So it is, the deck is called and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, the deck is called the Asphodelon Tarot, and it is Greek mythology art by Ivy K. And if you are interested in purchasing a copy of your own, it is asphodelon.com, and her Instagram is @asphodelon. And so here, you want to do a screenshot and check her out. And the deck is based on Hades and Persephone. Skirt. Pull station wagon over. God, my brain is going down a million rabbit holes right now, as it tends to do. I only realized very recently, in the past like week recently, that it was in, I guess, junior high. It was either junior high or high school that I got introduced to religions beyond the Christian mythos, pantheon structure. And it was Greek mythology. Actually, no, I was younger than that. I was definitely younger than that. I must have been in grade school. And it just completely fascinated me. Growing up Catholic, or in a household that was half Catholic, I really identified with, oh, so you go to different people for a different department because, you know, the Catholic saints and archangels that we have. So it lent itself very easily for me to be very fascinated by Greek mythology. And then as I've, you know, progressed in my life and grown, and different spiritual practices, including most particularly the spiritual practice that I'm a part of now, ATRs, that it lent itself very, very nicely to one main God force, divine, with multitude of different aspects of the divine or different faces of the divine. And so the Hades and Persephone myth is a very, very fascinating story to me. And I've noticed that I'd say more recently, in the past maybe 5-7 years, give or take, more and more people are exploring this and putting their own spin and their own take. Whole nother TED Talk. I think it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting, and some cool, interesting takes on the dynamic between Persephone and Hades is being explored as an offshoot of the original story and original myth. There is a graphic novel series that I really kind of want to get into that explores their story. And it seems like this deck is more of the new school version of the story of Hades and Persephone. And the business card, this is the back of the business card. How beautiful is that? And look at that artwork. Oh, I cannot wait to dive into this. And she did gift this gorgeous postcard that I will frame. It's challenging where I live because it's a very, very old home. So there's plaster walls, which makes putting nails in walls tricky. So, but this is going to be somewhere in here because I absolutely love the artwork. And that's kind of what drew me to the deck as I was scrolling and tripped over it. And I love the fact that the handwritten note, it's those simple little wonderful touches. And I think for those of us who enjoy purchasing from Etsy or independent creators, as opposed to the decks that we may purchase from the large publishing houses, it's that personal attention to a sweet little thank you note that was clearly handwritten. I love that extra personal touch. That is a thing that gets me to keep something on my radar of wanting to perhaps revisit again. So the deck comes in shrink wrap. Again, keep it safe. So let's open that. Oh. So when I found this, I have a very unhealthy relationship with social media. I feel quite confident in saying I'm not alone. But it's a necessary evil, if you will, that I struggled with as a person with ADD. I mean, I don't have to, we know what happens. I open the app, boom, gone. I mean, look at the intro of this video. Look at all of my videos. So I think it kind of, I don't have to explain how and that struggle plays out with social media and trying to find a sweet spot where I can use it for my benefit while also shielding myself from the negativity out there and my own behaviors that are not so great. But one night, that was not a concern. Or it was, but blind to it. And I was scrolling and I came across the ad for this deck. And so I clicked on and I was so taken by the artwork that I just had to dive in. So here is the exterior of the box. I have a sneaking suspicion that this may be the card backings, but the beautiful pomegranate and the gorgeous lush greenery and the shards of light, almost like a halo, a corona. And let's see, kind of perimeter. I love the finger crescent cutouts to make it easy to open the box. And let's see, this is the back of the box. So again, so interesting. On the back of the box, it is called the Mythos Tarot. So please forgive me. I guess her business name is Asphodelon. IVK must be the creatrix or creator. And Asphodelon must be the business name. But the tarot deck is called the Mythos Tarot. And this is a first edition, 78 card deck inspired by Greek mythology and the story of Persephone, queen of the underworld. So, crescent box. Oh, I do like that the box is so snug without being difficult to open. I really appreciate that, so that it will, snugly keep the cards safe. So on the inside, beautiful black background with small stars. O venerable goddess, source of life, 'tis thine in earth's profundities to dwell, fast by the wide, dismal gates of hell. Orphic hymn to Persephone. So you can see the interior of the box. I read it. So very strong, very sturdy cardboard. So the guidebook. Oh wait, once you open the exterior of the box, it does seem to have a representation of the four suits. Our wands, our cups, our swords, and our pentacles. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any change in the normal tarot structure. This is, I'm pretty sure, a Rider-Waite based deck, which is pretty much all I read with. So, little white book. Yes, the Mythos Tarot. And then there's the back. I love the tree and the nod to the pomegranates. Okay, no preamble in the book. It just, bam, open the front cover, 0, the Fool. So the little white book seems to be very, very basic. Not as basic as I thought. Though it is very extremely brief. Looks like there's one page dedicated to each of the cards. The font of the title of the card is larger than anything else. I mean, as you can see, we are talking brief here, folks. I wonder if there was an option for a bigger guidebook. I'm going to have to go and look and see, because that would be really cool. But for brief, she does seem to have some things to say. So 0, the Fool. So I'm assuming that we're going to keep the traditional titles of the cards. But she has her named Corey, which is Persephone's original name before she interacted with Hades. So very 3 words: beginnings, innocence, spontaneity. And then Corey reached for the Narcissus, unaware that her life was about to change forever. So though it's very brief, it does both give a tiny understanding, it seems, of what the prescribed meaning of the cards will be, while also helping us to understand a little bit about the myth that is the Greek, the Greek story. Now, I am going to have to do some more homework, because just right off the bat with this, I thought that Narcissus, I don't know, how does the Narcissus play into this as opposed to the pomegranate? So there does seem to be symbols for each of the cards, each of the major arcana. And okay, she does definitely give you the names so that you understand which character in Greek mythology, or god or goddess, is associated. So of course, Hermes is the magician. Hecate, high priestess. I mean, yeah, I love it. I love the nod to the 2 torches, the caduceus for Hermes. Yeah, the brief, like just for example with the high priestess. High priestess, Roman numeral 2, Hecate, we have our dual torches. Intuition, wisdom, spontaneity again. I wonder if that's a misprint, because that's one of the same 3-word meanings for the Fool, and I don't really associate the high priestess being a spontaneous type of a person. At the crossroads between the realms, Hecate offers guidance to the lost. So very, very in keeping with the traditional meaning of the high priestess. And then like the Empress, Demeter, totally makes sense. The cornucopia, this is Persephone's mother, is Demeter. So she is the goddess of the harvest of the flora. The Emperor, probably gonna be Zeus. Zeus. Okay, so I love that. And each. So then we get to the minors. It starts with the suit of cups. I wish that there was like a universally accepted and adhered to way of putting in books cups. This video is going to be ridiculously long. Here we are. I just looked at the time. Oh well, grab a cup of tea, folks. Because when you're looking in different guidebooks, the fact that different people start with different suits, I would love it if they kept it the same. Personal beef. So stands to cups are cups, swords are still swords, wands are wands, and of course pentacles. No, they're coins. Same difference. There are a lot of gods and goddesses that I am not familiar with. So I would not just chuck the little white book. Tiny, but got some meat to it. Gold gilding. I love it. So we have the protective band on the back, sliding that off. Look at that deliciousness. Oh. Yeah, I think gold gilding is or any colored gilding is one of those things where you're a sucker for it, or you're not. I don't think there's probably too many people that are like, take it or leave it. I absolutely love the sparkle, love the bling. So let's get to the cards. Yes, Persephone reaching for a narcissus flower. Look at the colors. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at the color saturation. How beautiful. All right. I am in love with the colors. Magician. This is a very intense Hecate. I would have loved if they'd had the representation of a dog with it because it is Hecate. But look at the vibrancy of the colors. You guys bear with me, I'm trying to find the sweet spot with this ring light. Look at Demeter. Oh my gosh. You guys, oh my gosh, I am in love. Look at Zeus. The power of the emperor. I mean, who else in Greek mythology could it possibly have been? Him holding the lightning bolts. So beautiful. Trying to see if there's any nod to, I was hoping that there was a nod to the emperor being associated with Aries, but probably because Aries is probably going to be the Tower card. I can see why they wouldn't have. The Hierophant. Ooh, let's see who this is. Forgive me, you guys. Okay, all right, there, I think I found the sweet spot. The Hierophant, so who is this? Is this Hera? My book. Yeah, the Hierophant, Hera. Tradition, institutions, commitment. Hera blesses the sacred bonds of marriage. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And damns those who betray them. Well, now I see why Hera. First card. Oh my gosh, Hades and Persephone. And this is a nod to the box. Oh my gosh. Oh, so wait. I believe that Aries is the chariot. Let's see. Yeah, Aries is the chariot. Triumph, ambition, determination. In the heat of battle, nothing stands between Aries and ultimate victory. So again, you can kind of see like the meanings, since this video is already ridiculously long, let's keep making it longer. The Strength card. Dionysus. For the Strength card, fortitude, courage, compassion. Despite all Dionysus has endured, he always shows kindness to those left behind. Yes. Oh my gosh. The Hermit. Hephaestus? Yes, Hephaestus. Solitude, introspection, compassion. Hephaestus works tirelessly at his craft, hidden away in his mountain forge. Oh my God. I'm realizing that the deep saturation of bold colors, because I don't like pastels, I don't like sallow colors. I really love bright jewel tones, but that combined with the black and the borders, let's talk about them right quick. The borders are not at all obtrusive. I don't find them to be. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm such a geek. If you're watching this, so are you. the fates for the Wheel of Fortune. And I love how their hands are prominently featured in the center, the hand of fate. And it almost has like a swirling, you can feel the motion and the movement of the three fates. Athena has to be justice, absolutely. Oh my gosh, with Medusa on her shield. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to remember the myth as to what happened. Was it Athena who was on one? Who was so cross with Medusa? Because let's talk about justice and Medusa, or more to the point, injustice with Medusa. The injustice, the extreme injustice and violation that she suffered at the hands of Poseidon. The Hanged One, so I'm not sure who this is. It's almost like the colors are like neon. So wait, who's Death then? Let's see who Death is. Thanatos, that's right. Thanatos, endings, closure, transition. As mortals take their final breaths, Thanatos appears to guide them from this life to the next. So I believe he's the one that you have to pay passage, which is why people would have the coins put on their eyes so that you could, he's the ferryman if I'm not mistaken. Which makes sense because he is, you know, transitional experiences. Temperance. That might be Hebe. I know that's Hestia. Oh my gosh. Devil. Look at the insane detail. Oh my gosh, the colors are just so, wow. Kronos, the devil. Which makes sense because Kronos is Saturn, which is associated with Capricorn. So I see, yep, obsession, greed, powerlessness. Consumed by the fear that his sons would usurp him, Kronos devoured all of his children. Yes, so that really delves into manipulation, control, imposing your will, fear. Tower. I think I'll just kind of talk about which god and goddess this is for just the majors, because if not, we will be here all night long. Poseidon is a tower. Upheaval, chaos, destruction. Every sailor knows that Poseidon's fury can strike at any time, leaving nothing but ruin in its wake. The feeling of movement, and it's almost like an auditory experience as I look at the cards, like his feet stamping on the waves. I can hear waves crashing. I can hear like lightning and crackling in the sky. I can, it's the wind blowing, and has his hair and his skirts billow. It's like the ship cracking under his feet. Oh my gosh, look at this star. Is that not beautiful? Hope, renewal, inspiration from Aphrodite. Oh. Aphrodite's sublime beauty has inspired countless mortals through the ages. Oh my goodness. I love how she's looking back as if to say, are you coming with me? Are you going to trust me? Can you believe? And the shroud of starlight, I can't show you everything. I can't explain everything. You just have to trust me. as I navigate you forward through this. Oh my gosh. Diana for the moon, since she is a moon goddess. Apollo for the sun. Yeah, again, this is, and I am clairaudient, but this is like a very auditory experience with these cards. Like I can hear the sound of his lyre. I can hear birds chirping. I can feel the sunlight. It's going to be really fascinating actually working with this deck. Judgment. Now we get to Hades. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure that's him offering the pomegranate there. Has to be. I'm sorry, Artemis is, sometimes I interchange incorrectly their Greek and Roman names. So Artemis is Diana. So yes, Hades for the Judgment card. Awakening, rebirth, reflection. Hades offers Persephone the seeds that will forever bind her to the underworld. What will she choose? And then Persephone, so that's the card that was the postcard, is the World card, which is Persephone. Oh my gosh. And interesting, she has the Narcissus straight in the center. And the bow, the wreath of all the things, it kind of makes me think of, since her mother is the creatrix of all of the flora. So it's almost like, you know, going from the realm of her mother's domain and keeping the wisdom and the knowledge and the things that she has been taught thus far, but now taking that as she goes into the next phase, the next chapter of her life, with eyes wide open there. Persephone, completion, cycles, achievement. Persephone fulfills her destiny as queen of the underworld, bringer of life and death. Oh my gosh. So, Dawn. Oh, this is an extra card. Okay. The Dawn, card 22. Let me just see if they have in here what that is meant to represent. Peace, healing, new beginnings. Eos, Eos is rosy radiance, vanishes the night, bringing promise of a new day. All right, let's zip through these because again, I can't believe we're at 33 minutes. If you've made it this far, thank you. Oh God, next. So this is really going to cause me to, oh, I love the Two of Cups. This is beautiful. I love the representation here of a same-sex couple. That's really beautifully done. Oh, and we do have some multicultural representation, which even though it is, you know, Greece, but that's really cool in our Three of Cups. I wonder if it's probably the Muses. Yeah. Four of Cups. I believe that's probably Narcissus by the lotus blossoms there. Not sure. Almost like a swamp. Yeah, I'm going to be really interested to, because clearly these cards are telling a story. With my limited knowledge of Greek mythology, as I look at them, I can clearly see the story. So these cards are not just someone who wanted to do a mashup of hey, Hades and Persephone stuff is really popular. Tarot is really popular in itself. Let me go ahead and make, you know, it's somebody who clearly understands the tarot structure and how to incorporate the meanings of the Greek stories. Oh, Circe. Oh my gosh. I cannot get over the colors. Our sweet little Page of Cups here. I love that the Page of Cups looks like a child. The Knight of Cups. It's absolutely gorgeous. I am funny. I do like my knights on horses, and I like them to have the feeling of movement. Yet at the same time, I'm not mad at this. It is definitely active participation in something of the dreaminess and the romance. Oh my God. I'm just... You guys, oh my gosh. If me as a color, if me, this is the colors here, that is me, that is signature, absolute, everything about this. And if you know me, you know my strong connection to several water spirits and how this deeply resonates with me from both the Lukumi tradition and the Haitian tradition. Oh my gosh. The King of Cups. The expressions on their face that really embody the traditional meanings of the cards. Now we have the Ace of Swords. But again, there's so much feeling of movement. Oh my gosh, the Two of Swords. Talk about a split decision of head says one thing and heart says something else. And nobody can make that choice for you. Oh my gosh. The Three of Swords. I'm going to have to look back and see if the creator, I really, really hope that they have a guidebook. Medusa. This hits hard. So I love the fact that this is definitely what I would categorize as a gray deck. It's not all love and light over here. With all that's included. And God, that just brings so much up for me with Medusa's story. And now we're 6. The Trojan Horse. There is a series that I have started watching. Yeah, again, there is definitely a lot of different representation in the deck. That is nice. There is a series that I tripped over on Netflix, and it is the story of a story of Zeus myths that I'd never heard of, Greek mythology, and it's really, really good. I think it's called Blood of Zeus. We are now at what, the Four of Swords. Oh no, that was the Page of Swords. That's interesting. Definitely giving me knight vibes there, but ooh, look at the Knight of Swords. She is very interesting. The Queen of Swords. Is that Tiamat? The television show is really fascinating. It pulled me right in. And it was one of those, let me check this out and see if I like it. And it absolutely, the next thing you know, I had to force myself to not binge watch it so I could kind of savor it. And I'm realizing that they are coming out with a season 2 that should be coming up. And the artwork, the artist is amazing in that as well. The person who did the artwork in that television show was the same artist behind Castlevania, which I've just started and have fallen in love with. Our 7 of Wands. So I'm going to have to make sure that my weird perfectionist self does not get caught up in the, oh, let me dive into each and every meaning of every card, of every god and goddess. Oh, what a perfect atlas. So that I can understand in a more, because these seem to really stay very true to reading with Rider-Waite tradition, whether you know the meanings of the cards or not. Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh. The countenance, just the facial expressions. I know I keep saying that, but it just really just keeps hitting me of, for stationary objects of, you know, pictorial image, a drawing, beautiful piece of art. It's amazing to me how it just instantly in my brain transfers to almost like a graphic, like an actual movie that's happening. I can see where this will become a deck that is something that is a go-to. So, you know, as much as making impulse purchases at 2:30 in the morning with insomnia on Instagram is not what I am suggesting or would like for my own self, let alone suggesting for others. It is definitely proving to be a good choice for me with this deck. Oh, interesting. And Cerberus as the King of Pentacles here. So I am only going to shuffle, in conclusion, I'm only going to shuffle the majors because I really want to, now I'm about to turn this camera off and sit and do a deep dive with my own personal way of really kind of bonding and connecting with the cards, which kind of bled into this video, hence we are this long. Yeah, but I want you to at least see they shuffle. Oh my gosh, yeah, you guys, they shuffle beautifully. They shuffle very, very smoothly. It's excellent cardstock. Things I should have mentioned in the beginning. Fantastic cardstock. It's very sturdy, but it feels like if you want to ruffle shuffle, oh yeah, easy peasy, absolutely, totally, if that's your thing. Which for me, yeah, brilliant. For me, some decks I do, most decks I don't. Most decks I just do hand over hand. And I would probably want to be a little bit cautious with the gilding because as a professional reader who is shuffling so much throughout every day, I would want to be careful of the gilding. But so far, none of it has come off on my hands, which I do find happens a lot. Rub on it. Yeah, I find that that happens a lot with gilding, is that instantly it'll start to kind of come off. So, and that's the back of the box. So if you have made it this far with me, thank you so much. I hope that you have enjoyed this unboxing and initial walkthrough of the beautiful Mythos Tarot. I had to look at the box to make sure I'm calling it the right thing. And if you made it this far, do me a favor, drop me a blue heart emoji. Drop me a blue heart and I will know that you made it this far with me to the end. But again, it is the Mythos Tarot, and look for the creatrix on Asphodelon, at Asphodelon on Instagram. And I wish you all the love and thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in the next video.